is a speech from the head of the marketing Streamyard USA, Miss Dana Ben. So place and time is yours now.
There we go. Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Dana Benz. I am the head of marketing
Hello.
at Streamyard, and thank you for having me at the Virtual Education Academy. I know this is a very big event, a very important event, and I'm so sorry I only speak English, so I'll have to do my best in English. But I'm very happy to be speaking at this event. I'm going to be talking about two things. So the first thing, of course, I'm going to be covering Streamyard as the live streaming tool. And then I'm also going to be talking about live streaming in general. So why is live streaming important for educators and teachers, and just the benefits of live streaming. And then since we'll talk about Streamyard, we'll talk about all the things that the tool can do for you in the education sense. So there's a lot of reasons to live stream. There's a lot of different ways you can live stream. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And then we're also at the end of my speech, I will tell you StreamYard has a special account, a special price for our educators in our community. And then I believe Yuta told me that another event within this event, another class, there's going to be practice streaming. So you'll be able to test live streaming or practice with StreamYard. So we can talk about that too at the end. So what is StreamYard? If you've never heard of what StreamYard is a live streaming studio that's built into your web browser. So built into Chrome or Firefox, whatever live streaming browser you use, or whichever browser you use to go on the internet, StreamYard is a tool that's built into that. So why is that important, or why is that any better than having software? And the reason is that it makes it so much easier to put on a live stream. And so we'll talk a little bit about how to put on a live stream, but it's a lot easier for you as the host of the stream. So you have to run the whole live stream on your end, and you also have to, your computer has to be strong enough to live stream. But since StreamYard put this part of it in the browser, not to get too technical, but all of the hard parts of live streaming aren't happening on your computer specifically. They're all happening in the cloud, in the browsers, up in StreamYard servers. So that is why it's a little bit easier for you to use. So now StreamYard knows and takes care of educators, because we just know how important they are to our next generation of creators and thinkers. And we're all about supporting creators, because StreamYard is the tool that you use when you're creating content, or when you're creating a lesson plan or a classroom. So we take educators very seriously, but we have two ways that we support you as educators. And the first one is that we're always building and adding different features to our product, to the StreamYard tool, that assist in distant learning, that assist in having a classroom, hosting a live classroom, or just putting on a lesson plan if it's just you and your camera talking for the lesson. So we're building StreamYard to assist in. Now we have a lot of other different kinds of customers, but we take our educators so seriously. So that's the first way. And then the second way is that we do offer special educator pricing, which we can talk about later. So that's the second way that we support you. But I want to talk a little bit about how StreamYard has even come up in the conversation of distant learning or of being an educator. And at the beginning of the lockdown period, the pandemic, our target user base was really, our core customer was really a small business owner who was wanting to grow their business, start marketing themselves online. That was really what live streaming was used to do. And it wasn't until the pandemic hit and everyone was stuck at home and no one could go to school anymore or do anything. That's really when so many different industries came to StreamYard to use this tool. So During the pandemic, we had school, we had churches, we had you name it, they were using StreamYard. We had musicians. And so teachers specifically were really drawn to StreamYard for a few ways. Those are the ways we're going to talk about today. But that was really that was a big shift in StreamYard's business within the last few months. And so why that's beneficial to an educator or someone like yourself is that StreamYard has now, like, we've been forced to support this big portion of our market, of our target user base, by adding all these different features that teachers have been requesting to us. And so that's one, since we've grown to having so many teachers that we're supporting, so many educators on our platform, we've just made the platform even better to use. So, which we will get into. And the first thing that people use StreamYard for is because it's so easy to use. Now, I touched on this a little bit in the beginning, describing StreamYard, because it's built into your browser. So it's just a website that you go to. There's no downloads. There's no software that you have to download. You just sign up online and it's in the website. So you don't have to have a good running computer or anything like that. Any computer, laptop, iPad even works. Even your phone works on StreamYard. But that's one of the benefits that StreamYard provides. So the two co-founders that founded StreamYard is only 2 years old. The two co-founders really wanted to build a user-friendly way to live stream for StreamYard. So it's easy to use. Now, on the student end, so not only is it easy on the educator's end, it's also very easy for the students. So the students don't have to download anything either. They just have to click a link, sort of similar to Zoom or Google Meeting. They just click a link to join you in your studio, or they click another link if you're broadcasting to YouTube like we are today. You click a link to join the YouTube, and it's as easy as that. So it's very easy for students. They don't have to have a very high tech device. They can join on laptops, iPads, cell phones, and on all of those devices, they're able to interact, which is the next thing we'll talk about, is all of the different ways that you can be interacting with students, with other teachers even. But so specifically why you should use live streaming in your classroom or as the platform that you are hosting class in. There's a few reasons. So the first one I just mentioned was the interactions that you can have with your students. So one example of that is you can stream an unlisted stream to YouTube, for example. And what unlisted means is just that it's not a public stream. No one can search for that stream, but anyone that you send the link to, they will be able to join that live stream. They'll be able to see the live stream and they'll be able to interact in the comment section, which we call the live Q&A or the live chat, or just live comments. And so we have a lot of teachers using StreamYard in that manner. So they will go live to StreamYard and then all of their students will watch on YouTube, the live stream, and then they'll be able to interact in the comment section. So they'll be able to ask questions and they can review homework in that chat section. So that's another way. There's also things that you can add on to StreamYard to make it more engaging or more interactive. So one of those things is adding a poll. So a poll is like a questionnaire where you ask your students something. So that's another great way to engage the students, because that's also an issue that many educators have been having as distance learning has become more important and more like it's never been more important than right now. And so getting the students engaged is so important. So polls is one of those ways. And then another way is quizzes. So having a quiz happen live, and you can go question by question on quizzes. That's a great way to also engage the students, to just interact with the lesson, with the teacher, And so that's another way. And then a really important thing that people don't really think about when they're choosing either a platform or when they're choosing where to, like how they're going to conduct distant learning. And I only know about teachers here where I live in Oregon, United States, but they've decided to use a platform where they can connect with the students where the students already are. And then the last thing I want to end with is Streamyard we do take our education community very seriously. And that's why we have two things. So we specifically made our plans to be as affordable as we can. We have a free plan. Streamyard is always free. If you want to use the free plan, you can use the free plan forever. There's just a Streamyard logo, like this one right here, Streamyard logo, and then there's a 20 hours limit if you're actually doing live streams. But if you're not doing live streams, there's really no limit to be meeting with your students back in the studio if that's how you're doing your class. But that's the free plan on Streamyard. So we want to always keep it free, even though we do have costs with our servers and things like that. When people are using Streamyard, we think it's very important to keep that plan free. And then we also, if you do decide you need the other features and you need to have your own branding and have your own logo and things like that, then we do offer our $40 off both of our annual plans. So we have a basic plan and a professional plan. And then I was just talking to Yuta, where he has a link to give 2 weeks free trial of the basic plan if you decide to test Streamyard out, or if you want to practice it in another session of the Virtual Education Academy. Thank you very much for having me on today. I hope you decide to use Streamyard for your live streaming schools.